Oh, that's a difficult question.
Oh God, I don't know. That's the big mystical question, isn't it?
Hi, my name is Naim. I am 22 years old and I am currently a digital content coordinator for the Students' Union in Sunderland University.
So my name's Reese. I am a third year film production student. I'm 25 years old and I'm currently a runner and researcher in the industry.
My name's Ben Schwartz. I'm 38 years old and I work mainly as a shooting producer and director in factual and documentary television.
So I think my skill set is more towards the producing side of things. I'm quite good at organisation, I've got quite good people skills, and from what I've heard, that is a thing that the industry is crying out for, which is lucky for me.
So I'm already at a kind of a sweet spot in my career, so I'm already where I always wanted to be, I suppose, because I do work as a producer, director quite a lot. I'm still shooting a lot, so that means that I'm operating the camera quite a lot. I want to move away from that and go more into the direction of developing our own formats.
As an artist, I wanted to externalize my emotions ever since growing up, right? And with the skill set that I have in photography, I think it just makes sense for me to go into contemporary artists as a photographer.
I run a local business here in Sunderland called Schwartz Patrick Media, and we are still in this in a position where we get booked onto loads of shoots by bigger companies that have been well established, some nice names on there, great formats. When it comes to television that we're involved in, we're working with quite a few international clients now, which is really amazing, and that's one of the things that I really wanted to go into and enjoy, because our job isn't just tied to one location. It can take you pretty much anywhere in the world.
Well, I've done a few runner jobs. I've done some great researcher positions as well, and I'm kind of in the first year or two of getting work. Things are going well. I've got some exciting things coming up, but yeah, I'm still very early stages compared to others.
So right now, living comfortably, I would say I have the resources where I am looking into the reason why I'm doing things, the philosophy behind my work, reading a bunch of different books and trying to do research papers on the different things that I have in my mind.
When COVID hit, I just wanted to do something where I could get the maintenance loan and get some money really for 3 years. But then I found the film production course at Sunderland. I think it's brilliant. I got really inspired by a lot of the tutors. And that's when I realised that actually I'm quite good at it. I think I could do quite well. So that's where I went into it. It was more of a kind of, okay, I think I could be good at this, so I'll move into it.
So I want to go into fashion photography and contemporary art in photography, because I have been doing photography ever since I was 10 years old, and only until recently that I started to realize that fashion photography was something that I wanted to go into. And for the past couple of years when I was in university, because I was just freshly graduated, I tried fashion photography for a little bit for some fashion students and for also my friends when they wanted to try some fits around, and I find it really enjoyable, something that I can monetize.
I've always had an interest in film and TV. When I started my bachelor's degree, I did my bachelor's degree in Germany, so I'm originally from over there. But I never quite knew whether I was going to be good. I never felt like I was going to be good enough.
When I wanted to go into the industry and I didn't have a portfolio that I needed to apply for certain jobs, I really just used the pictures that I've already taken from previous photo shoots and everything, and that kind of sets off as an example of my skills and what I can bring for the team.
By not doing the smart thing, I decided to set up my own business and do corporate videos and video marketing when people didn't really understand yet what video marketing was. It was before TikTok, it was before the videos on Instagram were a thing, it was before Facebook videos were a thing.
I think at the start it was just getting used to networking. I think it's such a key thing, and you just don't realise it. And I would go to these spaces and be in a room with people, and especially when you consider yourself to be a nobody as well, I think it's really hard. You're just on the outskirts of the room, wanting to speak, but then not knowing if what you have to say is of any value.
Money for me is the primary issue. Why people sometimes don't break into the industry or don't break into the industry as quickly as they otherwise could. You know, everybody's got bills to cover. Everybody's got like a living to make. And depending on when you finish your degree, depending on when you're trying to break into the industry, there might just not be enough work there.
I think it's just because it's so competitive, I suppose. I don't know, compared to other industries, I think something that really confused me at the start is that you can't just go on Indeed and find something. You know, it's like, it's so kind of closed off, and it's all who you know and things like that, for better or for worse, really. And I think that's something you've got to get used to quite quickly.
From my own experience, when I went into the creative industry, I wanted to do things for myself. I like different things. They would bring out my ideas into life. But when I got into the company that I am now, they want their ideas to come to life, not my ideas. So, and obviously, I kind of expected that going forward, because that's what we learned in university. And I feel like that's when artists learn how artists get a bit discouraged to do what they want to do.
For me, I think, personality, I think the technical stuff you can learn. I think like book learning is something that you can always get, but I think your attitude is key.
Oh, that's a difficult question. Technical skills or personality? I feel like in this specific line of work, personality matters a lot than technical skill. Because technical skill you can always learn, you can pick up, and it's important to have technical skills at the start of your career, or like at the start of the job. But carrying forward for the next a year or two in your contract to constantly provide for the company, or like provide for whatever you're working for, having that personality, passion, or creativity is something that really keeps you grounded in that job, saying, oh hey, they're a really important asset for the company because of the ideas that they bring to the table and the personality that they bring in the office.
1000% personality. You can teach a person technical skills, but if they're horrendous to work with, nobody wants them on set.
There are a lot of people I've met who approach networking as just getting a new job, or like using that concept as getting a new job. I feel like that's a bit too much for me. So what I do is when I network with people, I just want to make new friends, really.
That's the big mystical question, isn't it? Networking is super important in our industry. I would say keep an eye out what's out there in terms of networking opportunities. Again, we are in the really privileged position now where we've got Northeast Screen, and there is a lot more attention being paid to productions coming to the Northeast, but also happening in the Northeast. And through organizations like Northeast Screen, you actually have got a really good offer throughout the year for networking events for all types of career stage that you might be at, whether you're starting in the industry or whether you're already established in the industry and you just like want to widen your network a little bit. I think there's great opportunities out there these days. When you're going into a networking event, just be yourself. Don't try and be something or someone you're not.
So for me, my little system that I do is that like we had one just the other day, and I try and find out perhaps who's going to be there and like the people that I would like to chat to in that. And I know it sounds a bit cynical, but like I'll have a bit of a hit list. Like, right, okay, as long as I get my face in front of this person, as long as I get my face in front of that person, it's successful. But also I try not to put too much pressure on myself, because if you're not enjoying it, then it's not going to work. Like if you're too uptight, you know.